Next up here that we got to take a little bit of a look at is Baker Mayfield struggles. Cardinals, Browns here in our next film study. Baker Mayfield struggled mightily in the first going. Now, he still stayed the course. They were down 20-0, and then they, made it a game 23-14 going into halftime, but then he fumbles. So let's see why these drives kind of stalled in the first quarter, because they did get down big. They got down 20-0. We like the resilience here in this Browns team overall to kind of put that behind them and go down and score back-to-back touchdowns. But, up until that point, we get a 3-and-out, a turnover on downs, a fumble by Baker Mayfield, an interception by Baker Mayfield, and then when they make it 23-14 in the third quarter coming out of halftime, the Cardinals can't do anything. They go back-to-back 3-and-outs. The Browns, they go 3-and-out on the first drive. Why did that happen? Was it Baker Mayfield? And then Baker Mayfield fumbles, and then the Cardinals go down and score a touchdown, truly kind of blowing out the game, making it 30-14 at that point. Still a two-possession game, and then they go turnover on down. So let's see why Baker Mayfield got out to the slow start. We know he's not clutch, and we know, he does fumble the ball. We saw that last season. Never cleaned it up. Josh Allen cleaned up his fumbles last season. But let's watch Baker Mayfield and why he struggled right here. So here we go. Let's cue it up here. First drive. It's a 3rd and 11, and we get a pass incomplete here. Let's see why. Was this something Baker Mayfield should have completed? They're at their own 24-yard line. This is their first drive. What is Baker Mayfield looking like right here? Here we go. Dropping back to pass, stepping up in the pocket, shakes off a tackle, and then tries to go to OBJ over the middle of the field. And that's just a great play by the defender. Let's quickly see. Stepping up in the pocket, nothing really open right here. There is really no separation here on any of these receivers. So he steps up in the pocket, shakes off a tackle like we said, and then the other pressure is coming. So he just has to get rid of this ball. And you go to OBJ in that situation. And OBJ coming back towards this ball kind of has to be a little bit more aggressive because we see him just kind of standing there and the defender's able to kind of, get on his back and break up the ball. But OBJ, a lot of people are putting blame on OBJ this week and Baker Mayfield not getting him the ball, but OBJ, you're the tier 1 wide receiver on this team. You kind of have to fight back toward this ball. You see Baker Mayfield, kind of struggling right here, shaking off a tackle. You kind of have to come back to this ball. On comeback routes, the receivers have to come back to the ball and keep coming back because the defender's driving on that ball as well, coming over the top, breaking it down, or jumping in front of the route and picking it off. So OBJ kind of lets this ball come to him a little bit. Let's bring this one in the broadcast to get a kind of on-field level. See if this is correct of what we're seeing from kind of the sky angle, sky perspective. So here is OBJ right there. Baker Mayfield gets rid of the ball and just OBJ got to kind of come back a little bit to it. Good defense there by Murphy. Just, got to potentially come back to the ball a little bit. Help out Baker Mayfield a little bit. Baker Mayfield's not kind of a Tom Brady. Like we said, we classify him as kind of an average game manager quarterback, falling out of the above average game managing kind of category that we placed him in. But you got to help out Baker Mayfield a little bit. Definitely need. This is why he works in the system, because of the coaching style, because of the weapons everywhere. That's why Baker Mayfield's having success. He can make all the throws. We know he can make all the throws, but you also need to give him a little bit of help. So on that first drive, a little bit on OBJ. Well done by Baker Mayfield to kind of escape the pressure and still give the team a chance, give his receiver a chance to make a play on the ball. This is why we're not 100% selling Baker Mayfield like the media's been selling him for the last 2 weeks. And this is, against the Cardinals team. This is one of the best teams. They've beat, they beat the Rams. You know what I mean? They beat the good teams. They're winning every single week. So we're still gonna, take what we saw here and evaluate it, but we're not gonna truly sell Baker Mayfield because of this bad performance. Alrighty, what did we get here? We get a turnover on downs. Why? What happened here? Baker Mayfield scrambles on 3rd and 5 for only 2 yards, and then Baker Mayfield sacked on 4th and 3 here. And they're in the red zone right here. I don't love the call here to go for it on 4th down. I think Kevin Stefanski got a little bit too antsy here. Take the points. It's only 7-0. You're only down 7-0 at this point. But let's watch Baker Mayfield in the red zone. It's 3rd and 5, and he takes off with it. It's 5 wide right here. Let's see if there was anything open that he should have hit. Baker Mayfield, plenty plenty of time to throw, escapes the pressure, rolls out to the left, and he's just going to take it for 2 yards. But let's go back into it. He's going to take off to run basically right now. Was there anything open? Yeah, I mean, you can dump it down right here. I mean, this is OBJ once again. Got to get the ball to him right here. It picks up the first down. This is the first down marker right here. OBJ's at the 10. You've got to throw this ball right here, Baker. You've got to throw it right there. And then as soon as Baker Mayfield kind of spins out of this, OBJ kind of looks to his right to be like, oh, there was really nobody open right here. You've got to give him the ball right there. And then he heads over to the right to kind of get open for Baker Mayfield, but he scrambles to the left. Now he's scrambling to the left. Anything open right here? Anything that he should have thrown? Nobody really helping, working back towards the ball for him there. So, got to just find OBJ right there. That's on Baker Mayfield that time. And now we get a 4th and 3. Like I said, don't love the play calling right here. I would have kicked the field goal. But let's see if Baker Mayfield should have picked this up. He takes a sack on 4th and 3. Got to pick up the first down. Here we go. Trips to the right. Good block right there. I mean, you've just got to throw this. You're going to have to throw this ball. You have ample time to throw this ball. A great pickup block here by Kareem Hunt to buy that extra 1 second you needed. Baker Mayfield, I mean, he's going to throw this ball. He pump fake, pulls it down, and then takes a sack. But you've got to just throw this ball. We saw, who did we just saw? Davis Mills last week. That's why we liked Davis Mills, because he was throwing before the receiver was coming out of his break. So that chemistry, that repetition between Davis Mills, the rookie quarterback, and the receivers, it was good 2 weeks ago against the Patriots. But Baker Mayfield, same situation right here. You got trips to the right. You got this kind of out route here, and I believe this is by Rashad Higgins. You got to just throw this ball. This is where you go with the ball. He's going to be open. You must throw this before he truly shows open. You throw this to the first down marker. This is going to be complete in all this open space, but Baker Mayfield pulls it down and takes a sack. So this is on Baker Mayfield. You've got to throw this ball. Be confident in your ability. Trust your receivers are going to make the break like they do all the time in practice. And Baker Mayfield flounders there in the red zone. Now they're down 14-0, and now we're going to get a Baker Mayfield fumble, which we've seen a lot. Really kind of alarming. So here we go. Again, here we go. 2nd and 8, down 14-0. Baker Mayfield empty backfield, and she shakes off one defender, buys all the time in the world, and then what is he doing right here? I mean, I got to break this down in the broadcast because I think Baker Mayfield thought the play was over. He saw the flag come out here, and it's going to be holding on the offensive line. So he sees the flag, and I think he just had a little mental lapse in judgment, just kind of a brain fart, if you will. He saw the flag, and you just kind of see, oh, flag down, play's over, and he just kind of stops playing for a second, and then he gets hit from behind, and then he fumbles the ball. So he sees the flag come out, he pulls it down, and then look, he stands tall. It just kind of gives himself up, and then he takes a big shot and he fumbles the ball. So I think it's just a little lapse in judgment here. I remember watching this live. I want to say I don't have it up in the broadcast view. But either way, it's just Baker Mayfield, I mean, buying all the time, not getting rid of the ball, and then taking a sack there, and he loses the ball. So once again, ball security, big thing by Baker Mayfield. Now they're down 17-0, and then he throws an interception. Let's see, is this on Baker Mayfield? Let's see, turnover 1, the fumble, 100% on him. Now we get 3rd and 8, down 17-0. Let's see what Baker Mayfield does with this ball. Going deep, and yeah, this is bad. This is real inaccurate right here. Receiver's open. This receiver's open, but you throws it way high and behind. You see the receiver literally like twirling in the air, trying to jump back towards that ball. So real inaccurate right there by Baker Mayfield. Real bad interception. Alrighty, and then what else do we get? Then they go on 2 touchdown drives. Very, very good right there by Baker Mayfield. But then out of halftime, we get a 3rd and 11. Well, let's go to this one. They go 3 and out, and they start on a 6-yard sack. Baker Mayfield getting sacked again. Let's see. Let's take this one in the sideline so we can get the routes and everything to see if he made the right throw or not. Or he didn't make a throw. He got a sack. Should he have thrown this ball? Here we go. Baker Mayfield under center. Trying to make it a game, and man, oh man, just instant pressure coming off the edge right here. Sheesh, no time to throw this ball. Instantly, number 44 comes off unblocked. Nowhere to go with this ball. Right about to throw this one right here. I mean, he's staring down this receiver the entire way. He's gonna go here, and I think he can complete this ball. That's decently open. There's some yards to kind of fit that ball in, but he just takes a sack. Jeez Louise. No help on that offensive line by the Browns. Once again, it's not all on Baker Mayfield. The early play calling, going for it on fourth down, it is some on Baker Mayfield, but it's also against a good Cardinals defense. So, we're not saying Baker Mayfield's like a great A1 tier 1 quarterback. We put him kind of, third category, kind of fourth category now because he's slipping. This is how we rank our quarterbacks, folks. We've got A1 tier 1, we've got above average game managers, we've got tier 1 quarterbacks, and then we've got kind of average game managers, and then we've got tier 2. So he's kind of like that fourth tier of average game managing quarterbacks. So here we go, which you can still win in this league with, especially with this roster. I mean, this is a great defense, great overall offense, great. I like Kevin Stefanski as a play caller and head coach. All of that is just Baker Mayfield didn't get it done this game, and the scheming and the plays and all that just weren't there. But once again, against the best team in the league. But here we go, Baker Mayfield on 3rd and 11, gonna take a sack as well, right? Steps up in the pocket, truly can't step up, and, he thinks he's a little bit quicker than he is, so he doesn't truly step up, takes like a little bit of a step there, and just by the time he steps up in the pocket, once again, just nothing open, no separation here. It's 3rd and 11, so you're waiting for things to develop down the field, and then he just kind of gets caught trying to step up in the pocket and gets brought down on the second hit. So, once again, not 100% on Baker Mayfield out there. Still got to protect him. And then we'll end it here on his fumble, his second fumble of the game right here. It's 2nd and 13. Is this on him? Was he trying to buy too much time, trying to do too much right here? And he steps up in the pocket, and you can just take off with it right there. You can just take off with it, but he decides to kind of avoid one defender. And then once again, just lackadaisical with the ball. Let's bring this one in the broadcast down at the field level to see what we can watch here. See what we can see out here. So here we go. Baker Mayfield from the 50-yard line, steps up in the pocket. Just decide to run with it now. But J.J. Watt makes a great tackle right there and knocks the ball out of Baker Mayfield's hands. Once again, loosey-goosey with the ball, lackadaisical, and we see that by Baker Mayfield. And then he grabs his shoulder. He did get injured, and he's also not playing tomorrow. They play Thursday, and he is ruled out for tomorrow's game. So a little bit of a shoulder injury right there, and unfortunately drops the ball as well. So not great performance by Baker Mayfield, but not a great game overall by the Browns. And the defense just could not stop the Cardinals. And, short field position, all that, turnovers, playing into that. So I'm going to kind of call this a scratch game by Baker Mayfield. Everything that kind of could go wrong did go wrong for the Browns here. They were favored, all of that. Maybe got in their heads a little bit, and they came out and laid an egg. So I'm not going to kind of really count this game. We'll see what the Browns can do, or we can't even count it this week because Baker's not in. So we'll see what they look like without Baker, and then we'll see what they look like with Baker potentially 2 weeks from now. So I'm going to call this a wash. Everybody kind of gets one free pass, and I think this is going to be the free pass that we give Baker in this Browns team overall. So we're going to kind of wipe this one. We'll still kind of remember what they did, but I don't think this is any real indication of what the Browns are overall on a consistent basis. We do have these games by Baker Mayfield. I will give y'all that. I just don't think this is why we should be selling Baker Mayfield. I don't think this is the game that we look and be like, here it is. Well, look at this game right here. This is all the evidence you need. I don't think we're at that point yet. I know the national media is, folks. We're not on the same wavelength on this one.